Hello and welcome to our expert workshop on the SIPROTEC Function Point Manager. How to add application functionality to SIPROTEC devices at any time. You will receive valuable information especially designed for substation protection, for operations and for maintenance engineers. My name is Michaela Mönikes. Some of you might know me from exhibitions where I've been a tour guide, and today I will be your guide through this webinar. In this virtual hands-on session for the SIPROTEC Function Point Manager, we will start with the function point concept and its benefits. You will learn how to create a SIPROTEC Function Point Manager account. You will see how to order function points, and you get to know how not only some practical examples and use cases, but Christian also prepared answers to frequently asked questions to enlarge your know-how. And one of the questions to the webinars we receive rather often will be answered even before we start with a presentation. Yes, we will record the session. You will get access to the recording and to the presented slides afterwards. If you already joined one of our last energy automation webinars, you might already know the questions field that's right in the upper part of the webinar environment. If you type in a question there, I will be your voice at the end of the presentation and ask it directly to the experts. In addition to that, we have the chat functionality. You see this clapping hands there. I already see some people joining in there and greeting us from Tehran, from Zimbabwe. Very interesting to see you around the world. In this chat area, you can also put some short questions, which hopefully might be answered short with just a few words, because we have some experts in the background to answer those. So the chat will be answered kind of during the presentation, and the questions in the field up there will be answered live and audible at the end of the presentation. And just in case you're only in full mode, press escape and then you can see this area around. But now let me introduce our experts. Today we have with us Christian Nausemüller. He is the product owner for the SIPROTEC Function Point Manager and project manager for the SIPROTEC Digital Twin. With his extensive experience as project and quality manager for SIPROTEC 5 devices, Christian will shed light on the SIPROTEC Function Point Manager. And we have with us, in the back office, Vijay Bhaskara. He is the product architect for SIPROTEC cloud-based applications, including the SIPROTEC Function Point Manager. And with his expertise in software development and busbar protection functions, Vijay will take care of the chat and deliver answers. And to complete the round, we have Sarah Strom with us. She is specialized on software as a service and order-to-cash processes. With her expertise on financial solutions, Sarah will also take care of the chat and deliver answers as one of our experts in the background. But now we are curious to learn about the SIPROTEC Function Point Manager, and we want to dive into this hands-on session on how to add functionality to SIPROTEC 5 devices at any time. And therefore, Christian, the stage is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Michaela. Welcome to this webinar. I'm glad to give you some insights of the SIPROTEC Function Point Manager, a new cloud-based application from Siemens. And I would like to start with the agenda. We will talk about function points and function points classes. What is the purpose of license files? What is the SIPROTEC Function Point Manager at all? Demonstration how to create a function point manager account, how to order function point budget, how to create a license file, it's a demonstration, how to upload a license file to your SIPROTEC device, a demonstration how to create and use multiple accounts, how to create multiple users. I will speak about country releases, and we are going through the frequently asked questions which I got in the last 3 months after release of this new application. I will give you a hint how to get further information. And as already announced at the end, we have enough time for your questions. Okay, let's start with the first topic. What are function points and function point classes? Each SIPROTEC 5 and SIPROTEC 5 compact device can already operate with a basic functionality with no function points at all. If you would like to realize additional functions, then you would need function point credits. Each function have a certain value expressed in function points. If you would like to know how many function points are required to implement certain functionality, then you can consult the online tool SIPROTEC 5 Configurator or consult the application chapter in your SIPROTEC device manual. Select the function point class that covers the function points required. You can see here that just certain classes are available. For instance, if you would like to have 110 function points, then you would need the function point class 125. Taking the line protection device 7SA as an example, you can see here in this green area the basis functionality, which is already included in any line protection device. And in the blue area, you can see the functions which are always included in a certain amount of instances. But if you would like to instantiate more, then you would need to have a function point class. And taking this overcurrent protection as an example, one three-phase system additionally would need 30 function points. And this would be then, together with all other functions, you would need the sum of function points you would need for this device. Taking as an example a 7SJ82 device, it was ordered already with the function point class 75. And you are currently consuming 60 function points. And this device should now be enhanced with the package CFC arithmetic. This CFC arithmetic package is 80 function points. So in total, you would need 140 function points. Remember that we need classes, function point classes. So the next available class would be 150 function points. You ordered the device with 75 function points. You need additionally 75 points. So 75 function points would be debited if you create the license file with the function point manager. Second example, SIPROTEC 5 compact device ordered without any function points and shall be now enhanced with the packages voltage-based and communication. So included 0 function points, voltage-based package 40 function points, communication 50, in total 90. The next function point class is 100. 100 function points will be debited from the function point manager budget. What is the purpose of license files? So a license file, we call it DAF, device attribute file, are signed files, which are directly assigned to a specific device with a device serial number. You can see this here in this file name. So the device serial number is the file name here. If the current function point class is no longer sufficient, you need to purchase a new license file with a higher function point class and upload the file to the device with Stixi5. I will show you later how to do this. In case of universal devices like SIPROTEC 5 Compact, which are delivered without any function points, you order and stock the devices independent from functions and create the license files late in the engineering process on demand. If you have a budget available in your function point manager account, then you can create these license files within seconds. The function point manager reduces this effort. What is a SIPROTEC function point manager at all? It's a cloud-based application to centrally manage your function point budgets. You can assign function points to the SIPROTEC 5 or SIPROTEC 5 compact devices to extend the functionality by creating and uploading license files. It's a very simple workflow how to get this SIPROTEC function point manager budget. First, you have to sign up and create an account. This is a one-time activity. You have to do this just once. I will show you how to do. Second point is then you have to order the function point budget. You can do this either with IMOL or with your regional sales partner. This is not a function in the function point manager. Order function point budget is an ordering process like a simple SIPROTEC 5 device ordering. Then, if the budget was credited to your account, you can create license files. And you have to order a new function point budget if the current function point budget is nearly empty or zero. And then you can create additionally license files and so on. I will show you now how account transactions would look like in the function point manager. So taking this simple table here, transaction table, assuming that in July you had created an account, the account balance is zero, nothing in the function point budget. Then you credited an order, or you made a purchase order over 600 function points. They will be credited to the function point manager budget account. Then you created license file, for instance, function point class 100. Your account balance will be 500. Then you create the next license file with function point class 475. Your account balance will be just 25. Now it's time to create a new order. And if you would now order 500 function points, then you would have a budget of 525. That's a simple principle how account transactions work. Now I will demonstrate how to create a function point manager account. It's quite simple. You just go to the website siprotec-functionpointmanager.siemens.com and click on sign up. We will do this now live. You click on the sign up button. You would have to enter now your email address. I will take a one-time email for our demonstration here. You have to agree to the terms and conditions and click on sign up. Now please check your email account. There should be now an email coming from the Siemens ID system, which is used here for your identification. Just a minute. Maybe I have to double check this email. No, sorry, we have now a technical problem here, so I maybe have to use another email. So just a minute, I will try it again. I click on sign up. I have to check this account now. Maybe we have some questions in the meantime, and we can have a check if there are some questions from the auditorium. I have to check here this.
Yes, we already have some questions. The first one was when it will start, and we started just in time. And the next one is, does SIPROTEC 5 Compact is identical as the case of DRS relays? I think that's part of the housing, if I understand the question correctly, or the functionality. I'm not sure about that. So DRS relays, Christian, does this tell something to you?
No, sorry, I cannot answer this question.
Okay, so we'll might need to take it to somebody else who's expert for, who knows what's DRS relays, and to one of our SIP5 compact specialists. But we'll keep the question. Shall be answered via mail.
Okay.
And then PD asked, why should we respect the function point classes? Seems we lose somehow the advantage of function point manager to fit exactly our needs.
Could you repeat the question? Sorry.
Yes, I can. Why should we respect the function point classes? Seems we lose somehow the advantage of function point manager to fit exactly to our needs.
Yeah, thank you. This is a good question. So today we have exactly these function point classes. And if you would like, for instance, to have 101 function points, you indeed have to order a higher function point class. We will change this. And I cannot announce when this will be the case and in which firmware version, but we are now working on a feature that we would get rid of function point classes in the future.
Okay, thank you. And shall we take another question?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so MK wants to know, is this function point manager needed due to introduction of SIPROTEC 7SX85 Universal Protection Relay?
Yes, it's possible to use it, and so no problem with this.
Okay, and I have one more question for you. Before we used ID serial number for FP, so I guess it's function point ordering, and accordingly function points were related to specific hardware. How does it work now?
So the general process for function points didn't change. So it's the same principle like for the old ordering process. The function point assignments are the same. So the calculation is the same. So what we just changed is that you can create license files on demand very fast.
Okay, thank you. And there is this the explanation. Thank you, SAE, for it. There are relays called DRS Lite and DRS Compact relays, and they are by Elin, one of our market participants. And as the name indicates, the Lite will support simple protections, but the latter. So I think that's a difference between SIP5 Compact and these DRS relays. Can you somehow answer differences between them, or shall we take, or do we need to take this question offline and have it answered by anybody else? Let's see.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So I don't know this abbreviation, and so I would like to give you the answer offline.
Yeah, we'll take that offline. That's why we take these questions with us, and you will receive an answer. And what about your process there? Still questions, or will we continue?
No, we can continue. Unfortunately, this one-time email system is not working, but this is not a problem. I will show you what happens if you would sign up. You maybe you can share again my screen and then we can continue.
Yes, it is there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, sorry for this. One-time email doesn't work, but no problem. If you sign up with the Siemens ID system, you would just have to confirm that the Siemens ID system has the right email address. Click on this email in your email account, and then you can continue. I will show you at the end of the presentation a video demonstration where you can also see this principle offline. So I will now log into this. Sorry, I will do this here to the application directly to show you what happens when you log in. There's a multi-factor authentication needed. This is also part of the first initialization step when you sign up for the very first time. I used the short message on my mobile phone. And what you would see if you come very new to this Function Point Manager application is this account management page where no account will be inside. The first step now is to create an account just by pushing this button, Create Account. Then you type in your organization. You can have a description here. This is useful to enter a description if you would like to use several accounts later to distinguish them. So this is account A, and then you can click on Create, and a new account will be available. And very important is that you note this account ID here, because this is needed for the next step, ordering a function point budget. You can see here this account cannot be used. The state is waiting for order, and until the function point budget is assigned to this account, you cannot do more here in this application. Okay, so coming back to the presentation, to the next point here. How to order a function point budget. So the first point is, I already told you, you need this account ID. That's a unique reference for ordering and crediting function point budgets to a function point manager account. The function point budgets can be ordered via Siemens Industry Mall or from your local Siemens sales partner, as you would do for any other SIPROTEC 5 device ordering. And the function point budget is credited automatically to your account when the order was processed. So taking as an example, the MLFB for the function point budget is this 7XX8152 1AA00. The standard unit is one function point. The list price is €11.10 for a function point. Taking as an example, you would like to order 500 function points, then you would have to enter the quantity, the MLFB, and the list price is calculated. I will show you how to do this in the industry mall. So here enter just the MLFB, 7XX8152 and so on. Enter the quantity here. And very important is the next step. The account ID has to be entered in the next step here under additional header text. This helps us to process this order full automatically. And that's all. Now you have to wait 1-2 days and the function point budget will be credited to your account. Now I would like to show you how to create a license file. So remember, the license file contains a number of function points for a specific device. It can be created within seconds, and you just need the account, and you have to order a function point budget. And if you had to do this, then just enter to the function point manager account. I already did this. Go to the manage function point site. Oh, sorry, I have to end again. Here you are on the Manage Function Points website, and first you would need to enter the serial number of the device. I just reuse the serial number already used before. Click on this button. Then the database, which contain all devices, is contacted. It shows you that the device type 7SX80 is behind the serial number, so a compact device. Already consumed 50 function points. Next function point class is 75, for instance. And if you would like to create this license file now, then you can click this button here. Please note that when you now create the license file, that you cannot stop this or pause this or revoke this. When you click now on yes, then the 25 function points will be debited. I will do this now. And you can see here that now the processing of the license file is started. In the meantime, we could have a look here on the other license files which were generated before. You can see here the serial number, transaction IDs, device type, the function point class which was assigned new, and who requested this, when was it done, and what's the status. So basically the license file was created, but it needs a little bit more time, some more seconds that I can download it. Now I can download this license file. I click here on the download button. I have to confirm that I am still in the country of residence, Germany, and the export regulations. And now I click on continue, and the license file will be downloaded in the browser window. It takes some seconds here. You can see it here. And you can see that the license file is available. That's the serial number and the file extension DAF. Okay, that is this demonstration. Now, how to upload the license file to your SIPROTEC device. You need to open Dixie 5 and the project which contains your SIPROTEC 5 device, where you would like to upload the function points on a new license file, and connect to your PC, connect the device to your PC, start selecting device information and open the tab resource consumption. And then you would see here on the function points, the current function point class. So 50 function points are already available on this device. Now right-click on the device in the project tree and click on Upgrade Device Functionality. Select the license file which was created before and confirm with Open. The device was already connected to the PC. Now you have to confirm that the device connection will be started. Click on Yes. And the license file will be uploaded. And after some seconds, you will then see here that the new function point class, in this case 75 function points, are available on the device. Short hint to SIPROTEC 5 Compact. If it's SIPROTEC 5 Compact, you would see the current function point class as well in the device display. How to create and use multiple accounts. Why should you do this? It's possible to create more than one account for your organization. For instance, if you are working in certain projects, or if you would like to differentiate the invoices for different devices, then you can create up to 20 accounts. I will show you how to do this. If you click here on your current account, then you come back to this account management page. And you can then here select which account you want to use. If you would like to create a new account, I already showed you, just click on Create Account, and then a new account is available. Automatically, the owner of this account is the account administrator and the person who creates this account. I will show you later how to share this account with different users. If you would like to share this account with different users, then you can also create different roles. So we have the administrator who can create and invite other users. We have the account user who can not invite other users but can create license files. And we have the account viewer who cannot create license file and cannot create users but can see what happens in the system. So just for checking the transaction tables and so on. Adding a new user is quite simple. You go to this user management page and click on Add New User. You enter the email address and assign the role for this user and then just click on Submit. Important is that this user has to be also invited in Siemens ID. So please let this user also sign up for this Siemens ID system. And when the system is, when the user is available in Siemens ID, then you can add the user here to the system. I will speak now about country releases. So you can see here 45 countries are already available, and we are constantly reviewing for further country approvals. And so I'm very happy when we can announce new country releases here, and we will also communicate this with our sales channels. Okay, before we now start with the frequently asked questions, maybe, Michaela, we can have a look on the poll for our customers.
I think Gerhard will then hand it in. And do you want to start with your FAQ session where you already have these question and answers, or shall I start with some more questions from the auditorium?
No, before we start the frequently asked questions, we would like to present a poll to the audience.
Yes, I think they will see it.
Okay. It's already available for them. Okay, very good. Okay, then let's start with the frequently asked questions. So which web browsers are supported? So we have the support for the recent web browsers, Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, or Mozilla Firefox. All of them are working well. Can I use the function point manager with my mobile phone? Yes, you can do. It's a web-based application, and just use the web browser of your mobile phone from your tablet, and you can use it. How long does it take until the license file is generated? Typically, it needs less than 30 seconds. You already noticed this, so that's very fast. Can I download a license file multiple times? Yes, the license files are available in the function point manager application without any restriction. So you can download whenever you want again. Can I download multiple license files at once? Yes, this is possible. Just select the license files which you would like to download, and then you can do this. You can download them all at once. Can I invite colleague to use my function point manager account? Yes, I already showed you. 20 users can share one account. We have this different user roles: account manager, account user, and account viewer. And so it's possible to share. Precondition is, as already stated, sign up in Siemens ID. What is the expiration date of the function point budget? There is no expiration date of the budget. you just have to know that 3 years after the order has been placed, they are invoiced, they are getting invoiced, but you can still for sure use them. Can I interrupt the license file generation? No, this cannot be interrupted. It cannot be paused or stopped. So this is not possible. Can I revoke a license file and get the credit of the function points? No, this is not possible. When a license file was generated, it cannot be revoked. Can my organization company get more than one account? Yes, the number of accounts is not restricted. Can I transfer function points from one account to another? No. So this function point assignment is fixed to the specific account. Can I transfer function points from one SIPROTEC 5 device to another device? No, this is also not possible. So they have to be fixed on the device. Can I refund function points from repaired SIPROTEC 5 devices? No, function points will remain either on the repaired device, or if you will get a replacement device, then the function points will be transferred to the spare device. How long is a license file valid? There is no expiration date, so you can use them without any end. And last questions, when will I receive an invoice for consumed function points? This depends a little bit on the region. Generally speaking, invoices are issued daily, but it might happen that in the sales organization, they are collected and you will get them later, maybe once a week or once a month. Okay, further information. So that's the last chapter. We have 2 training videos available. So sorry for the inconveniences that I could not show the account creation in detail, but no problem. We have here a German and an English video available. On the left side, how to register and create an account. And on the right side, create a license file and upload it to the device. So you can directly go to this video tutorials. We will provide this slide set after the webinar, and then just click on the links and you can watch this video. We have the product websites in English and German. Here's a direct link to the industry mall entry, and again, as a reminder, the application itself. Now it's time for your questions. So thank you for your attendance, and I would like to hand over.
Thank you, Christian. That was definitely some interesting stuff already. And I think we will have some questions asked more than once, because I think I will repeat some of your frequently asked questions and we'll see if the answers align. I think so.
Mhm.
The first question we have now in this round is from AK. When I order the SIPROTEC 5 from Industry Mall, is it usually supplied with 0 function points by default unless I order function points separately? Or are function points of the basic functions included by default?
Function points are included if you would order them. So we didn't change any ordering process here. So you can still order SIPROTEC 5 devices already with function point classes, and can configure your device on your demand. So that's not a problem. But the benefit would be also for SIPROTEC 5 compact devices, for instance, if they are without any function points, that you can use the function point manager to order the function points later.
Okay, thank you. Understood. And I think the next question was somehow on your list. Is it possible to extract function points from a damaged relay if customer wants a replacement, and are we willing to bring this feature?
If you would send it to our repair department, yes. If the device cannot be repaired, then automatically the function points will be transferred to the spare device. But you can you can't do this for your own. It needs to be done in our manufacturing department.
Okay, so we have a kind of a repair and return service there. And I think the next question came in a little bit before you showed the slide, because the question is, what is the approximate cost of one function point?
Yes, it's €11.10 list price. And this was already mentioned.
This was on the list, yeah, just to get it back there. And BQ wants to know, if I bought more function points than I need, can I sell them back?
No, unfortunately not. This is not possible.
Yeah. Oh, that's an interesting.
Would like maybe one additional statement. I would like to remind you that you would just pay for the function points you consumes. This may be helpful for you.
Yeah, and maybe to add, also function points are valid for 3 years, so you don't have to use them all while ordering. You have 3 years, at least until you pay them and consume them. There is time enough, I guess.
Thank you, Sarah, for the amendment there. And the next question came from DS. DS wants to know how to register from places where it's not released.
Unfortunately, this is not possible. So when you live in a country where the function point manager is not released, then I hope that we can release it soon. Please give me a ping if there is an urgent demand.
Okay, thank you. And yeah, that's also an interesting question. Will addition of function points any impact on MLFB number?
So we have to distinguish. So the MLFB for the function point budget is fixed, and there is no difference because you are just ordering a budget with a quantity of function points. If you are referring to product codes from SIPROTEC 5 devices, as already stated, there is no change. So SIPROTEC 5 devices, the modular devices, can still be ordered with function point classes, and the function point class is coded into the product code.
Okay, thank you for the clarification there. And I think the next one was already mentioned in your list, but we take it nevertheless. Can we transfer the function points from one account to another account? This is in case I created an account with my email and left the company.
Okay, so moving from one account to another account is not possible, but if you would leave the company, for sure you can invite another user to take over, because the function point budget is paid from your company, and so there's no loss.
Oh, I think I remember you showed it, that you invite another mail and then you probably can assign the different user roles to the new user and then just leave the account, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay, thank you. And then the next question is, how will the invoice contain PO? Can we order function points in a bank for later use and mark the invoice for used points with PO?
I'm not so sure if I understand correct. So each consumption of function points will be invoiced directly, and this invoice refer to the order of the function point budget. What we are doing or try to do is that you also get a relation between the license file and the invoice you get for this license file. That it's easier for you to distinguish the invoices.
Thank you. And I've seen that Sarah has some add-on there.
Yes, so of course your regional Siemens partner will add your PO number on the invoice. So you will know for sure on which purchase order you consumed how many points.
Thank you for the clarification. I think the next one is a question that I can answer because it's, can you send the presentation after the seminar? And yes, we will upload the presentation and you will get access to it. The next one is once again for our expert. What is the difference between function points manager and function point class?
Okay, that's quite simple. The function point manager is the application where you handle your function point budget and where you can create the license files which contain a certain function point class for a SIPROTEC 5 device. So on the one side, the application, that's a tool you can use. And on the other side, license files which contain function point classes for your devices.
Okay, thank you. Then it's a question on our payment concept for the Dixie software. Somebody wants to know why Siemens ask payments for Dixie software. If they look at other vendors of protection systems, their software is free of charge once they register to their websites. I guess then the payment is somewhere else.
Mhm. Yes, I agree, Michaela. So I cannot tell you so many details about our philosophy here, but for sure there is a certain effort for developing this application, and so that's the reason why it's not for free.
Okay. And then we have function points are available for 3 years, or unused points will be invoiced after 3 years, but we can still use function points. Please clarify that.
Mhm. Yes, so you can still use them, though they are available longer than 3 years. But what we would like to mention is that unused points, which are in your budget, will be charged after 3 years. So you will get an invoice for them. But you
But
can
they will
still
still be
use them.
usable.
Yes, yeah, they don't
Okay.
expire.
Yeah, thank you. And the next thing that might be not so clear, function points will be invoiced only when you created and downloaded the license file, right?
The invoice will be made when you create a license file and afterwards download it. Yes. So to be very specific here, the creation of the license file is a trigger for the invoice.
Yes, but of course there is regional differences in the legal and accounting setup. So if you want to make 100% sure how it works in your country, just please contact your local Siemens partner. And of course, there are different ways how to handle it.
Thank you. And I think then we have some rather technical question. Let's see who can take on that. Please, can we use the binary inputs of the SIP5 device 7SJ82 as a byte? So means 8 bits, 1 byte or not? Well, I'm not sure if we have an expert for the 7SJ82 in this round.
Yeah, this question is, maybe I can answer it. It's not very function point manager related, but a binary input, it's a binary input. And so there is no byte coded for this. So it's just a binary information on a binary input. I hope this answers your question.
Okay. If not, a direct contact is needed, huh?
Mhm.
And then we have the questions, do you have any technical point manager for all Siemens relays?
A technical point manager. Yes, we have sales partners which are available for your questions. And if they cannot help, then for sure we will arrange experts to answer all your questions. And regarding function point manager, you can always also contact me. Just go to the hotline and refer to this webinar, and then I'm available for you.
Great to know that. Thank you, Christian. And last question in my list. Where is the information how much function points required for particular protection function?
You have two possibilities. Either you consult your application or your device manual, so your manual delivered with each device. There is an application chapter with a detailed overview. So this differs really from device type to device type. So there is no general overview for all devices available. Or you can open the SIPROTEC 5 configurator, where this information is also included, and you can take this web application.
All right, thank you. So from the auditorium, there are no more questions right now in my list. I can ask my experts, Vijay and Sarah, are there any unanswered questions in the chat that we should take over here, or is everything fine in there? Everything fine. There was a thumbs up. Thanks a lot. So if questions come to your mind later, contact our experts. Thank you for your questions. Looks like we had once again something interesting to tell you. Still, we have some open questions that will be answered via mail directly. And yes, once again, the access to the recording and the access to the slides will be sent to you, will be made available. You find the Function Point Manager line card in the upper right corner, and there's already the presentation for this webinar in the upper corner. Just in case you're in full screen mode because there's some of the digits were too small, just press escape and then you see it again. So thank you once again for your active participation. It was really nice for me to be able to read aloud your questions to the expert. And you might want to remember we learned about the configuration philosophy with Dixie 5 and the SIPROTEC Function Point Manager. And we learned how to reduce delivery times through the usage of the base universal protection device. You learned how to address changing requirements by adding application functionality even after installation, and pay only for the functionality when you need it. Thanks for your active participation in the chat. It was my pleasure to guide you through this webinar. I'm looking forward to see you in one of the next webinars. And so for today, stay safe and sound, and goodbye.